Hello everyone, this is Masterclass 2501 and here I'm giving you a quick guide to rounds 1 to 10 of Kino Der Toten, which is a zombie map for Black Ops. And I know most of you are going to be familiar with this game, with zombie modes and also with this map, but I thought I'd do a quick guide and highlight some of the things I've learnt playing, just to show people who are new to this map in particular. And I've also, and a lot of the principles for this map can also be applied to the game in general. So the first thing you want to do is in this start room is you want everyone just to pick a window and stick to it. So hopefully in the game there should be 4 of you, and there are 4 windows. So for this stage everyone each have a window, and you want to just rack up as many points as you can before you go through into the next room. And the way that you do that is you just basically have to shoot the zombies as many times as you can with your pistol before you stab them. So you can stab at the moment you can kill them with 1 stab, but it's the way to maximize points is to shoot them a lot with your pistol before you stab them. So with round 1 you can shoot them 6 times then stab them, and then with round 2 you can shoot them 8 times before you stab them, and so on. As you move up to like round 4, 5, I don't recommend that you just use your pistol and knife. I normally get the I think it's the M4A1, which is up the wall, just up the stairs to my right there. And I'm sure if you're with a good team you don't have to worry about that, but I like to have it just as a backup in case the people I'm with start to get overrun. And what I've done now is I've moved on to round 5, because rounds 1 to 5 can be quite repetitive. So what you basically want to do, as you can see I'm starting to do it here, is as soon as you get the dogs, and you should get them around 5 or 6, is you want to bomb it through. You want to bolt through off the stairs up to the right there. In this particular strategy you want to go up to the right, and you want to head down those stairs into what I call is the MP40 room. And in order to rack up points in this game, I think the best weapon to have as a secondary, so your best secondary weapon, in my opinion, is definitely going to be the MP40. And I'll go into this a lot more in my subsequent videos, in my next video, but the MP40 has a largish magazine, and also it's not that powerful, which is a good thing, because you want to be able to shoot them as many times as possible to get as many points as possible. So you want to have basically one really kick-ass primary weapon and a secondary which you can reload off the wall, but that can still kill zombies still, but it's not necessarily that powerful. And yeah, I'm being a bit out of order here. I don't know why I'm not just opening the door. I think at this point I'm basically just trying to get as many points as I can, because I know that we're going to end up going into the theatre soon. Oh, I see, yeah, see that's the problem with the random boxes, that you can use up your points really quickly and not necessarily get such a good weapon, which is what happened there. I did have quite a few thousand points there, and now I've got to start from scratch again, so I'm playing a little bit more aggressively than I would normally do. Ideally, you basically want to have all 4 of you in this room here, in the MP40 room. Again, there's 4 entrances, but I'm sure a lot of you all know that you get people doing what I'm doing here now, actually, which is kind of point whoring and running ahead to get all the zombies. But ideally, yeah, you want to all be stuck down in that MP40 room, just sort of guarding it. And I think I'm being a little bit overly confident here, and I think that's one of the main things that can get you killed off in these early stages, is just being sort of overly confident. And at some point I should run back down into the MP40 room, because definitely after about round 6 or so, staying up here is not really a good idea in my opinion. And that's because you always want to have an exit door at this stage that you can open to run out of. And if you're running around up there, they could potentially be spawning all around you, and you wouldn't have much of an escape route. So from now on, I'm just kind of trying to stay near to that door so that I can get out if it gets too intense. And at this stage, it's manageable. Like, obviously you've got the MP40, so that's fine, but the only problem is that until you get Juggernaut, which is a perk which you'll find in the theatre, you can still get killed pretty easily. Maybe with sometimes I've been killed with 1 hit, but with 1 or 2 hits. And as you can see, by about round 7, it's getting quite intense, and I'm consciously just making a mental note and making sure none of them get through the entrances that are by that escape route. So you basically always want to have your back covered, and you want to always want to have an escape route at this stage. And at the moment, in this game I'm playing with some random people, so you're not quite sure how they're going to react. So as opposed to reviving people at this stage, I'm more inclined just to make sure that I'm near a back door, and that I'm more inclined to be able to escape and maybe do a lap and come around and get them. But I'll talk about that a bit more later on. So as you can see, by about round 8, it's getting quite heavy. If all 4 of you are making a really concerted effort and you're working together, I'm sure you can stay here, definitely up until round 8. You can hang around behind the theatre without switching the power on, as well for quite a long amount of time. I mean, I've done it before, hanging around behind the curtains without switching the power until about like rounds 12 or 13. But like, I don't recommend it, because I don't really see the point. I know you don't get the you get the gas crawlers, and they spawn once you switch the power on, but once you have Juggernaut, they don't really matter, and they're quite easily to take care of. So yeah, at the moment I'm with quite a good team. We're all just sort of hanging around in here, but I'm very aware that, yeah, you can see that guy there, he wants to go already, but I'm very aware that it's going to definitely start getting too much to handle. So yeah, at some point, pretty soon, you're going to want to head into the theatre, and normally I stick the power on straight away, because by about the second round, there you can see one person's down already. By about the second round of dogs, it's quite easy to get killed. You can get caught out by the dogs quite a lot. As soon as one person goes down, someone else normally tries to revive them, and so on. And it's at this stage that I decide just to basically go through my escape route. As you can see, they're getting caught out up there because they're kind of being backed into a corner, which is the fundamental thing you don't want to do in this game. You always want to make sure you've got an escape route or somewhere you can go. And luckily, one of our people there had monkey bombs, which, if you didn't know, is a bomb, and once it's thrown, the zombies chase after it, so they temporarily leave where you are. And yeah, I should open the door really. I don't know why I'm being a bit selfish. This game is probably not a good one, not one to show you how to play the game. But yeah, normally like it's worth it just to open the theatre and turn the power on. And right, what you want to have before you turn the power on is about at least 5,500 points, and I'll show you why just now. What you want to do is, as soon as you get in the theatre, my strategy is just to always stick the power on straight away, and is also to run and get Juggernaut. Juggernaut's very important, and the second most important thing is the Bowie knife, which up until about round 15 is very effective at taking care of zombies. And as you can see at this stage with the dogs, one hit kills, so it's basically like having insta-kill all the time. And as you can see, I'm actually just chasing after them just to chase some points. But let's see, I'm running out of time at this video, and as you can see, pretty standard stuff. The first 1 to 10, the first 10 rounds of zombies, and my next video will be about rounds 10 to 20. So thanks for watching, cheers.